Okay, so this is part 3. The first couple of videos didn't turn out, but we're doing a fuel transfer with a siphon, getting this big old heavy equipment going. We put a battery in it. We've been thankful that nobody shot the shit out of it the way they shot some of the other stuff that was here. We've been cleaning out this air cleaner, going through a lot of stuff on this motor. This thing we think has not run for about 15 years, maybe more like 13 years. Last time it was being used was when some people were prepping for a Y2K, and they had apparently brought this machine up for that. And then they had a problem. They couldn't get it started, and they ditched it. And so we were able to get it to run a couple days ago. It took a lot of ether, a lot of starting fluid in here, got it to run. We found rats had been living in the air cleaner, so that had to all be taken apart and cleaned. We've spent a lot of money on fluids just to be able to test this. So when you play the heavy equipment game, it's expensive. Even if you get the equipment basically for free, you can be into it thousands just to see if you can get it going. And but we decided to invest the extra money once we figured out that it would run when we nursed it, and it sounded kind of healthy. So what we're doing now is we're adding more fuel and hydraulic fluid, which was very expensive, so that we can get this driveline system going. And you can see it's big beefy stuff, but it appears to have all been intact. So I don't know, I'm finding data plates here. I think the last time this thing got rebuilding service or something was in 1984, but it had been used more recently than that. Obviously there's been some leakage, but we're thinking that the people who got them here, they had been nursing it around. They swore up and down that it just had a starting problem, and we got the starting problem solved. So if the mechanics are functional, then we've got a crane and backhoe and excavator, I think is what it's called. There's also some other old equipment here, like this little tractor thing. I don't see anything worth salvaging with that, but part of it was there were some people leaving supplies. In other effects, they were kind of dumping stuff, like a bunch of cable and other stuff over there. But it's kind of useful because it's materials. You go to build something like this thing here. I'm not even sure. Big pipe and stuff, but it all kind of goes with the deal here. So I don't know what this was. One of the guys was a utility contractor for utility companies, so he had a bunch of this cable he was just convinced was worth a lot to leave here. And I don't know, I had this idea of doing a big zip line live wire from mountaintop to mountaintop, because we actually have all the materials for it. And then there's some lumber that was left here decades ago, which I don't know, rattlesnake haven there. This stuff for running irrigation, which was originally some sort of a fiber optic conduit, but it's like irrigation stuff plus metal on the inside. So, and then extra rebar we're going to use in construction, and a rebar rack. So that's kind of not bad to have. But we'll see how the machine's going. I'm not showing any of the people because of OPSEC for sec reasons. But hopefully the next little snippet you'll be hearing the machine run. And there it is. Got the master mechanic doing this thing there. So obviously it hasn't rolled anywhere for several years, but today that might change. Well, it was running.
I don't know.
Right. Well, it looks like it's running on its own.